There's been a lot of talk about the Burning Crusade Classic level boost since Blizzard announced it as at BlizzCon. And Mad Season did a great video on it, too, so shout out to that guy. He did a straight up hour-long discussion on the good and bad. If you're somehow not familiar with what it is, basically Blizzard is going to let you pay once per account to boost a character from level 1 to level 58. So essentially so that you can begin playing expansion content and skip the WoW Classic, what we would consider maybe the old world content, even though Burning Crusade doesn't completely make the old world classic, Kalimdor Azeroth world of WoW incomplete or obsolete, excuse me. So that being said, I've been playing WoW since 1.6. I've played every expansion. I've played off and on. I probably played Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King the most seriously. And so I'm in particular looking forward to the Burning Crusade. So I just wanted to drop a couple of things I thought about the boost, and just put some feelers out there. Maybe just throw my hat in the ring for the discussion. If you got if you have anything to say about it, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Obviously, number one, the boost is here to stay. I don't think they're putting it out there at BlizzCon and reneging on it. That's just not something we're gonna see happen. I know he makes a point in the video that it is something we could see happen if we speak up enough, but that's just simply not true. I mean, they're just not going to change it. It's one. Once they've put it out there, it's there to stay. The microtransactions, the whole progression of microtransactions, it's all here to stay. Blizzard isn't the great storyteller, MMO RPG machine that they were when WoW got so popular. They don't report sub numbers anymore like they say. They've merged with Activision. They're Activision Blizzard now. The designers and teams have changed over the years. The game isn't about creating some great big fantasy world that we can all play. Not to mention, we've all already played it. They're re-releasing it. So they got to make money somehow. Now, there's other ways they could make money, but this is the way they've chosen to make money. And if you don't like that way, then they would probably just as fast say, well, I guess this isn't the game for you, even though I'm sure they would love to have you. Personally, for me, I see the boost being beneficial to exactly what they said. A lot of my friends who started playing WoW Classic with me, I think I'm one of the few who actually made it to max level and did a little bit of raiding, found a guild, things like that. But most of my real life friends didn't make it to the end, and it sucks for me because I'd love to play with some of my friends. Now you can make friends in game and enjoy time with them, and that's cool too. There's nothing wrong with that. But obviously we all want, to have our gamer group, the guys that, we're looking forward to hanging out with on the weekend, but maybe hopping online with during the week or late at night, whatever, and playing some games. So I see the boost doing exactly what they say and bringing a lot of those people back who just aren't interested in the grind it takes to go from 1 to 60. Now, I get that cheapens the experience because that's sort of the idea of an RPG, is like to bring your guy from 1 all the way up to level 60 and all the adventures in between and the quest and the grinding and the funny things that happen. And that's great, and it's a great time. But they're just... you got to get those numbers up, man. You know what I mean? It's all about pumping numbers, and that's what they want to do. I mean, you put this boost in the game, and everyone's like, oh, I can come back and get a little taste for 1, 2, 3, 6 months because I don't have to level through Classic. They might have already leveled to level 30 in Classic, 20. They might have had a little taste and just decided it's not for them. So I can certainly see the reasoning behind the boost, and it's just, I don't see the point in really going against it. I do see the point in going against it, but it almost feels like there's just nothing we can do about it. And you can put out your opinion, and that's about it. You can rally the troops, but at the end of the day, I don't think Blizzard is taking it to heart and thinking, oh, you know what? We got to remove this boost from the game. Because if that was the case, wouldn't they have cracked down on gold selling, gold buying, real money trading in Classic, botting, which is just absolutely insane. I mean, I don't even hardly play the game, but I follow it enough to know that botting has become absolutely ridiculous. So look at someone like me who has a max level character who kind of dipped out after Blackwing Lair. I mean, I think my main account has like 500 gold on it that I've acquired, through a bank alt and through my main. How can I compete with someone with thousands and thousands of gold? I mean, I don't even have the gear to join a GBid run or anything like that. I mean, it's a massive grind for someone like me, and it should be. I'm okay with that grind. I just personally don't have the time to commit to it, and that lends itself also to the argument of, if they're boosting, then how are they going to commit to the attunement process and the rep grinds that are involved with Burning Crusade? And realistically, they're not going to. They're just going to attune to get a little taste of the content, or they're just going to subscribe to get a little taste of the content, and they're going to have their taste, and they're going to move on to their other game. I think sometimes we lose sight of the fact that this is a very old game that we're lucky to even have put out a second time for us all to enjoy. Personally, I think Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, and I think many people would agree, is one of the top versions of WoW that ever existed. I mean, after Wrath of the Lich King, it was all downhill for me as far as my interest. Now, I still bought and played every expansion, but none of those subscriptions lasted nearly as long as they did in the Burning Crusade era and the Lich King era. And I think we'll certainly see them bring back Wrath of the Lich King as well to complete the trilogy, but that's neither here nor there for this video. Yeah, I think I'm a boost guy, honestly, and I know probably people hate to hear that, but I'm looking forward to it. I want a horde paladin, so I won't even be able to really use the boost in that respect. Hopefully I'm able to level pre-patch and enjoy my paladin. But I'd like to run paladin. I ran warrior. That's usually been my main is warrior. I want to switch. So someone like me is, while I'm committed to the game, I'm kind of hyped that they're bringing back the boost. Now I can tell my friends, hey guys, you don't have to start from level 1 if you didn't make it. I can bring back people. I can encourage people in real life who I want to play with, or even on the internets. I can encourage those people, hey, you should come back and try it. It's going to be a hoot. We're going to run some Karazhan. We're going to level up, and you can start at 58. You don't have to grind that 1 to 60 again. And I think it's a big selling point. And if you look at it and you just look at how these things work, selling is what it's all about. And that's what they want. So it sucks that it's sort of ruining the, innocence of the game or what the game is about. But in the end, a company like Blizzard has got to sell. And there's other ways to make money, but there's also this way to make money. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is making money. There's passionate designers and developers there, I'm sure, but the company has to make money, and when it gets to the boardroom, they want to see those dollary dues on the sheets. Okay, and what are we doing, and how are we, managing our funds? How are we growing? Everything's about growth and selling. So it's like an inevitable conclusion. I mean, they're going to put the boost in. We're going to boost. It's going to spike their numbers. They're going to get that cash payout at the beginning. They're going to love it. And then numbers are going to drop off over time, just like I'm sure they have for Classic, just like I'm sure they have for, gamers alike that are like me who played, a certain level of content and decided, hey, I can't afford to. I mean, I didn't have the time to farm consumables and like do what some guilds were requiring, but yet I wanted to see the content. So I had to make a decision. And my decision was, okay, I probably can't keep up with these guys. I mean, they're going harder than I'm able to go. So I'm just going to bow out. I got my Ashkandi. That's great. Kind of hit that achievement and feels good, but I'm done because I can't afford a 200 gold flask. I'm an alchemist. I never found one Black Lotus in the world. I mean, it's not possible. So, the boost is a service for them to make money, and they're not going to do anything about it, just like they haven't done anything about botting. You just have to decide, are you going to play the game and enjoy it? Or are you just not interested in playing the game because of X, Y, and Z? And in reality, if you want to raid, if you want to PvP, like you're still going to be able to do those things. Just because there's a boost service in the game doesn't mean you're going to be denied your experience. Now, is your experience going to be different? Yes, it is. It's going to be different, just like your Classic experience was different because people were min-maxing harder than they ever did. Everyone knew the best in slot for every phase. Everyone was seeking the same pieces of gear. That's just what the game has become. I mean, if you're looking to play the game to like recreate that old nostalgia, we can't go back. There's no going back to those days. So, and I would love to too. I would love to go back to the days of freedom and enjoying that, like just grinding and farmed. I mean, I had a Storm Herald and a Dragon Strike on my warrior, which meant I farmed it all myself. In the game, I made Thunder, then whatever the second one was called, and then Storm Herald was the final one, right? And I farmed all the primals. I ran heroics to get all the primal mites. I tanked them myself. Do I have the time to necessarily do that now? No, I don't know. I'm maybe at a casual pace. I mean, I'm looking forward to 10-man and 25-man raiding, but it just comes down to money. And it's always going to come down to money until a new company comes along, a new version of WoW comes along. It's just what it is. And you have to either be willing to accept what it is and carry on. Yes, there's botting like crazy in Blackrock Depths with rogues. There's mages selling power leveling like crazy, which encourages people to buy gold from gold selling websites so that they can pay to have their characters boosted anyways, And so it's not like you're killing the old world leveling experience. Like, no, the community killed the old world leveling experience anyways. But guess what? It's still there if you want to go experience it. Make a character, recruit your friends, and say, guys, let's go level from 1 to 60. I mean, you can do it. It's still there, and you probably won't notice a lot of things getting in your way along the way. You might see a bot here and there and things like that, but more than likely, you can go and have a good time if you want to. But when you go check the auction house, you're probably not going to be able to afford anything because so many people, really, in the end, the community is to blame for what the gold situation has become, just as much as Blizzard is to blame for the botting. The botters farm gold, they sell it back to the community, and the community buys it. Once again, it's all about money. So, I don't think there's any way around it. I just want Burning Crusade Classic to be good. I want to enjoy the arenas, and I want to try to go back. I know I said you can't go back. I want to try to go back and live it again and just have a good time with the knowledge we have now, and maybe recruit some friends. And I think that the 58 boost is going to be my selling point for a lot of friends to try and get them back into the game. And for my friends that are watching this, you should get a boost. We should boost it up. We're going to make a guild. It's called the Boosty Boys. All right. You're all invited. Boosted characters only. No normal level characters invited in this guild, not the Boosty Boys. We don't play that. So you either boost or you can GTFO. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess I'm just more of a realist, and I don't feel that the game is going to be ruined. I think you can still have a good time. Yes, I think it's screwed up. I think gold selling is screwed up. I think botting is screwed up. I don't think the boost, for me, the boost isn't going to stop me. I'd come play the game anyways. And like I said, I think I'm going to. I know I'm kind of rambling, ranting, whatever. I just wanted to put this out there. I'm probably on the minority side of people who think that, hey, screw it, give us the boost, and are honestly kind of excited about it because it kind of sounds like free alternate character to me. Like, nice, I can have my main, and then maybe I want to try out Warlock. Maybe I want to try out Druid classes I've never really played. Like, just throw a little money at a little boosty and join the Boosty Boys and have a good time. So let me know what you think about the boost, man. No offense to somebody like MadSeason, by the way. Like, the dude makes killer content. He clearly loves the game, and I love the game too, and I've played it for a long time. I get where he's coming from, so I'm not trying to say, hey, everybody get over it and let you, like, you're not entitled to your opinion. But I just don't think it's going anywhere, and I don't think there's anything we can do about it, because at the end of the day, they're a company who wants to make money, and any little way that they can see that they can make money, that's what they'll do. And if they have to do it at the expense of our love of a game or our enjoyment of a game, they absolutely will if it fits their bottom line.